for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals. Here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Burrow going for it on 4th. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up at the 40. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Burrow looking to pass. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Randy Gregory able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Ravens 14, Bengals 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. To throw again on second down. Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Bengals 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
11. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other.
And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And now the Bengal defense here. Calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bengals 6-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Ravens 28, Bengals 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Burrow on play action. Flushed out right. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. 64, 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. Mike 21, check Mike 21. I got you.
Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson now. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down now, Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
But if these guys are going to chomp into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Again, it's Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Back now in Cincinnati. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They go play action with Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He completes it to Boyd. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Dancing to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Burrow looking to pass. Flush to his right. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. To the air again, Burrow. And that will be incomplete as well.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He'll air this one out for Boyd. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. From the gun to give to Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11. Check 3. Check 3. Good dad. Go. 11.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. A bad time for a full start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
12.
Burrow will throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Oliver. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Now Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a... And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
At the 32-yard line.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Dobbins running out of the gun. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Connecting with Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11.
Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it.